Hey, are you stuck at home too? If so, well, do you have some time on your hands to learn French, but no idea how to do it without going to class or moving to a French-speaking country? If so, well, you're in for a treat. In this video, I have gathered 6 tips that will allow you to learn French efficiently, even if you cannot go out of your home. These are all actions that you can take right now, so if that sounds interesting, keep watching. My name is Angel Pretot, and on this channel, we talk about what it really takes to learn French, no matter what your circumstances. We focus on strategy and mindset, which are the 2 things that are sorely missing from most French learning books and classes. So make sure you subscribe because I make a new video every single Monday and you don't want to miss them. When you are stuck at home or generally outside of any environment that's naturally in French, right? I mean, if you're in an English-speaking country and the people around you don't speak French, or if you're stuck at home because you can't go out, the biggest risk is to learn a language that is disconnected from reality or from what you need to learn for your own life, whether it's your current life or your future life. So you will need to be extra careful to choose how you learn French to make sure that you really learn what you actually need and not irrelevant tidbits that you'll never use. So in this video, I will show you how to do that with 6 down-to-earth tips. Make sure you watch the video until the end and especially make sure that you apply it. But first, let's look at the biggest pitfall that you need to avoid. Many of us would be tempted to just reach out to these French learning methods that you've had forever, whether it's gathering dust on the shelf or digitally on your hard drive, or to just pick a grammar book and start doing grammar exercises. The issue with this approach is that it is inefficient for 4 reasons. For one thing, it's typically boring and we are very likely to give up. So of course, if you give up, nothing happens, no matter the approach. Second, French learning methods and books, they often teach a language that is polished or even sometimes downright old-fashioned. And you don't want to learn a language that is different from what natives actually speak nowadays. About grammar exercises, they are only useful if they are carefully chosen for what you actually need right now and they are combined with a speaking-focused method. If you just do grammar exercises on their own or without mindfully selecting them, all you'll get good at is doing these grammar exercises, and this is not what you want. What you want is to be able to speak and understand French in real life. So grammar exercises are useful, but you have to be mindful about how you approach them. And finally, the last issue with this approach is that these methods rarely leverage your subconscious. And since about 80 to 90% of what you do is not completely conscious, not taking this into account just results in a huge waste of energy, time, and money. And you don't want that. So now that we know what not to do, how can we overcome these pitfalls and learn French for real? I have gathered 6 tips in this video that can truly help you learn French while you are at home. All of them are geared towards learning real-life French language with an efficient strategy using both your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. So if you're ready, let's get to it. The first tip is to use your physical environment. There is a huge advantage to being stuck in the same place for a long time, and that is that this place becomes really familiar to you, and any new thing or any change in the environment will be noticed immediately. You can use this to your advantage. Now is the time to learn those tricky vocabulary words and the verb conjugations for good. The best way to assimilate your vocabulary, your conjugation, or anything really is to see it often or be in touch with it often. So you want to write them in big letters on sheets of papers and stick them to any surface of your home. Favorite surfaces include bathroom mirrors, bedside tables, fridge doors, computer desktops, screensavers. But honestly, when you're stuck at home, there is no limit to the surface that you can use. As long as it's in a room where you spend a lot of time and it's in plain sight at least part of the time, you're good. So get crazy. Is there a cupboard that you open 3 times a day? If so, stick a verb conjugation inside. Or if you have some French sentence structures that has been difficult for you to remember, you can just write them on a narrow slip of paper and stick it to the edge of your cutlery drawer or any drawer that you open from time to time. Once you know them by heart, and honestly that will happen faster than you think, you can then replace them with new ones and learn a lot more vocabulary and sentence structures like that. Maybe it will drive your family crazy, but it's worth it. So now that we have covered literally everything visual, let's move on to what we can do with our sense of hearing. It won't be a surprise to many of you, but number 2 is the daily French bath. I have made an entire video about the daily French bath, so I will put it up here and I won't elaborate much in this video. But the main idea of the daily French bath is to find real life French content, typically that's made by natives for natives, whether in audio or in video that you can watch or listen to. For it to work optimally, you need to choose content that you really like, which is relevant to you, and to be relaxed while you listen to it. It is not necessary to understand what you hear. Just trust that your brain will pick it up and relax. I know this is counterintuitive, but trust me on this, the more relaxed you are, the better it works. Now, if you are wondering how these tips can even work, like how does that even work with the brain, or if you generally want a more comprehensive strategy than just applying the advice that I give on this channel in no particular order, my third tip is for you. Number 3 is to sign up for the French Fluency Accelerator, or if you're already signed up in the French Fluency Accelerator, watch the workshops and actually do the exercises. In that program, the French Fluency Accelerator program, I go so much deeper than I ever do in these short videos. Every workshop is at least 60 minutes long and I give you the entire strategy to achieve a particular result you need, such as being able to make sentences fast in a conversation, mastering the verbs, creating a curriculum that works for you, and so much more. So far, we have 9 workshops and I make a new one every month. You get access to all the past workshops as soon as you sign up, and you can cancel anytime. So if you are stuck at home for a few weeks or months, it's the perfect time to join the program and start making the most of it. And if you're already in the program, now is the best time to catch up on any workshop that you've missed, or to watch them again and go one step deeper on a topic that you haven't mastered yet. As you know, the workshops are very meaty and you will understand a little more every time you watch them. Tip number 4, and elaborating on that tip, is to take online classes with native speakers. Now, thanks to the power of the internet, you now have access to more French teachers, tutors, and coaches than you'll ever be able to work with, all without leaving your home. The online options range from very cheap tutoring to high quality coaching. If you're looking for an affordable option, you can use platforms like italki to find a tutor. You might have to try working with a few different people until you find someone that is competent and that you resonate with, and that's okay, it's part of the process. If you're looking for a very efficient option, you can go for high-end, quality, fully personalized one-on-one coaching, which is what I do. If you're ready to get serious about French learning and to make the most of your time at home, you will find all the relevant links in the description below, and you can even book a free 30-minute call with me to talk about it with no string attached, and you can start now. Tip number 5 is to engage with French speakers on social media. So all big social media websites are used by native French speakers to communicate in French. That is the best way to engage with actual raw French language in the way that it is spoken, including all the grammar and spelling mistakes that natives do, as a bonus. This is real life French. So Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Reddit, or even TikTok, you can pick your favorite. On some of these, you can follow hashtags in French about your favorite topics, and you will receive a constant stream of real-life French language on your feeds. Of course, you will also want to subscribe to French channels or follow the accounts of French people you like, so you keep in touch with them and you learn a little bit more French every time they post. And on most social media platforms, you can also start conversations with those natives as well. You can, for example, comment below their YouTube videos, and if they are not overwhelmed with all the comments that they have, they will reply to you. You can start now by leaving a comment below this video and I will reply to you. If you write your comment in French, I will reply to you in French. This is real life French conversation that we can have right now in the comments below this video. Tip number 6 is to watch the videos on these channels and apply the tips. Because most of the tips that I give on this channel can be applied from home. That's just because I'm a huge introvert, and if something can be done at home, I won't even try to do it elsewhere. So I have made a playlist for you with all the videos that will help you learn French from home. A really important part of French learning is selecting the right vocabulary and getting yourself to remember it. And this is why I have made this video, and I strongly recommend you watch it next. Before I leave you with that video, let me recap the 6 essential tips that we saw in this video. Number 1 is to stick French words and sentences in your environment to memorize them with no effort. Number 2 is to listen to French content every day and relax while you do it, because you'll be amazed at the results. Number 3 is to sign up for the French Fluency Accelerator. This will give you in-depth strategy and step-by-step processes to learn the French that you really need to learn for your whole life. It will save you time, money, and headaches. Number 4 is to sign up for online classes with native tutors or hire an online coach like me to guide you. Again, all the links are in the description below. Number 5 is to engage with French speakers on social media. This is the best way to have access to real-life French language, raw and uncensored, and to participate in the conversation. And finally, number 6 is to watch the other videos on this channel and apply the tips. Learning and remembering the right vocabulary when you need it is critical to being able to speak French. And yes, you can do this all from home if you know how. This is why I've made this video for you. I will let you watch it now, and I will see you next Monday. Take care.